On April 14, 2025, Paige Bueckers walked to the podium at the 2025 WNBA Draft and put on a Dallas Wings hat. 7 days earlier, she had cut down a net at Amalie Arena in Tampa after UConn won the national championship. She was 23 years old, she had just played her last college game, and she was the first overall pick in the WNBA Draft, the sixth player from UConn to hold that distinction, after Sue Bird, Diana Taurasi, Tina Charles, Maya Moore, and Brianna Stewart. That is extraordinary company, and Paige Bueckers walked into it without flinching. Like and subscribe if you're new here. This story moves fast. Hit the bell. Bueckers grew up in Hopkins, Minnesota. She arrived at UConn in 2021 as the consensus top recruit in the country. A point guard with handle, vision, shooting range. She was a freshman. She was 19 years old. And Gatorade, a company with decades of history sponsoring professional athletes at the peak of their careers, had decided that Paige Bueckers was worth betting on before she had played a single college game of consequence. That deal was a statement about what the NIL era meant for women athletes specifically. For years, women's college basketball operated on the margins of the American sports media landscape. Games were infrequently on national television. Highlight packages were minimal. The institutional machinery that built men's basketball stars, media exposure, brand partnerships, commercial infrastructure, did not exist for women at anything close to the same scale. What existed instead was a direct relationship between female athletes and their audiences, built on social media, built on authenticity, built slowly and without institutional support. Bueckers was the embodiment of that relationship. She came to Gatorade not with a television deal, but with a following. She came with people who cared about her as a person, not just as a player. And Gatorade, being a company that understands markets, understood what that meant. The next 4 years at UConn only deepened it. Injuries interrupted her sophomore season. She suffered a torn ACL in December 2022 and missed significant time. She came back. She led UConn deeper into the tournament. She won the national championship in her final season and was named the most outstanding player of the NCAA tournament. By the time she walked to that draft podium, her NIL portfolio had grown to encompass multiple major brand partnerships, and she had been one of the most searched athletes on the internet for 3 consecutive years. None of that prepares you for the WNBA. The league is faster than college, the athletes are stronger, and the defenses have seen everything. Bueckers was not expected to dominate immediately. She was expected to adjust, to spend her rookie season learning the speed of the professional game while contributing within a system. Instead, on August 20th, 2025, she scored 44 points against the Los Angeles Sparks. 44. In a loss, which made the performance more impressive in a specific way, it was not a player padding stats in a blowout. It was a player dragging her team back into a game, making shot after shot, refusing to let the Sparks close the door. The 44 points were the most ever scored by a rookie in WNBA history. They were also the 10th highest single-game total in the history of the league, period, behind players like Cynthia Cooper, Simone Augustus, and Elena Del Don, all of whom played in their primes. Bueckers was in her first professional season. She finished the year with the Rookie of the Year award. It was not close. The 2026 season opens with Bueckers and the Dallas Wings facing Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever on May 9th. The marketing around that matchup has been intense. Clark versus Bueckers is the rivalry the WNBA did not have to manufacture. It emerged organically from 2 players who dominated the college game in consecutive eras, who share a position, who are both transcendent talents in their 20s, and who will now play against each other in the same professional league for the better part of the next decade. The WNBA has spent 30 years building toward a moment when 2 players of this caliber could share the same court on a nationally televised stage. In 2026, that moment is here. What Bueckers represents beyond the basketball is a generation of women athletes who did not ask permission to matter. They built audiences before leagues noticed them. They signed brand deals before broadcasts covered them. They created the commercial infrastructure for women's sports using platforms that did not exist when the WNBA was founded. When the institutions finally caught up, better television deals, higher salaries, supermax contracts, the players were already there, already established, already known. Paige Bueckers did not wait for women's basketball to catch up. She built her career on the assumption that it would, and then she made sure it did. If you're following this story, the next video on your screen picks up exactly where this one ends. Subscribe. We're just getting started.